What's up guys, Killer here back with another video for today, and this time we will be building a $550 budget PC build. For this CPU I went with the AMD FX-6350 6-core 3.5 GHz processor. Now the good thing about this processor is you can overclock it to a good 4.1 GHz. I do recommend you pick up the aftermarket CPU cooler. This CPU tends to run hot after a while, and the heatsink on this fan really isn't that good. Now for the motherboard, I went with the Gigabyte GA978DS3P ATX motherboard. Now this motherboard has 4 memory slots, dual channel, up to max memory of 32 GB, RAID support, crossfire support, 6 SATA ports with 6 GB a second, 2 USB onboard headers, 6 USB 2.0 headers. This motherboard also has a mail-in rebate. If you do use that, instead of this motherboard being $66, it'll bring it down to $56. And for $56, you can't really go wrong with this motherboard. Nice, cheap, reliable motherboard that'll get the job done. Now for the RAM, I went with the Kingston HyperX Fury Black 8GB 2x4 GB DDR3 1866 memory. Now this memory is a decent budget RAM, standard 1866 MHz clock speed. It runs cool and it stays quiet. For $42, you can't go wrong with this memory. Nice budget and a reliable brand, doesn't get any better. Now for storage, I went with the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB 3.5-inch 7200 RPM internal hard drive. Now you could have gone with the SSD for this build, but with 120 GB, you can't really get a lot of games on it. If you're gonna run The Witcher 3, that's like a good 30 GB. Shadow of Mordor, which is a good 60. GTA 5, another 60. Just with those 3 games alone, that'll take up all your SSD space. And then you still gotta put your operating system on. It's better to go with a 1TB hard drive that'll last you a while. And then let's say a year later down the road, you wanna go with the SSD and move over your operating system to the SSD. You can do that, which is great about PC gaming because you could always upgrade. And for $51, you can't really go wrong with this 1TB hard drive. Now for the graphics card, I went with the XFX Radeon R9 280 3GB Black Edition double dissipation video card. Now there is a mail-in rebate on this card at Newegg. Instead of the base price being $230, you're gonna be able to get it to $208 with that $25 mail-in rebate. Now this GPU core clock is at 1.0 GHz, no SLI support. It's got 4-way crossfire support, 2 DVI dual link, 1 HDMI output, and a mini display port. Now for gaming, you are gonna be able to play games like Battlefield at 60 to 70 frames per second on ultra to high settings. A game like Metro Last Light, you are going to be able to get 50 to 60 frames per second on high to ultra settings. Tomb Raider around 60 to 70 frames per second on high to ultra settings. The Witcher 3 from 50 to 60 frames per second also goes for GTA. So getting this graphics card for $210 really is a great price for it. Now for the case, I went with the Thermaltake Versa H22 ATX mid-tower case. Now there is a mail-in rebate on this case. The base price is $40, so if you do intend to use the mail-in rebate, that'll be $10 off, which will leave you with $30. This really is a solid case. It has decent cable management and it comes with a fan. It also has a side panel window, which is great for if you want to see the inside of your case. For a budget case, I wasn't expecting to see the window side panel, but it does, so that's always great to see. For the power supply, I went with the EVGA 500 watt 80 plus bronze certified ATX power supply. Now there is a $10 mail-in rebate for this power supply, so you could get it at $41 if you intend to use the mail-in rebate. This really is a decent power supply with a good reliable brand from EVGA. It's not semi-modular, but this will get the job done. And for $41, you can't really go wrong with this power supply. But anyway guys, I thank you guys for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and I will catch you in the next one.